Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Mossy Roots Farm. So, I am a regenerative grazer, regenerative farmer that also does a holistic approach. So in previous videos I've said I need these round bales to last as long as I can, because if I have to spend an extra $40 on round bales, that's $40 I gotta make up with a cow. And it doesn't always pencil out. And here's something else that I've commented on in previous videos that I also do not think pencils out. Lanes, alleyways. So what you're looking at here is not technically an alleyway, but I needed to get access from there up to our cornfield so that if I had an opportunity this winter to graze the cornfield, the cows could physically get up there. If I started on these round bales at the bottom here in this corner, I would not have been able to get up here to the top in a timely manner if I got a freeze. Like, even if I just got a freeze for a week, I would not have been able to get up there. So, for me, alleyways don't work because I farm on a hillside. The only place that's flat is where the barn is, because it got dug out before the barn got put in, and on top of our hill here where we have hayfield, which ideally, now that I think about it, we should probably put cows up here and hay the hillside, because that would be more regenerative. That would allow us to stop doing this. But it doesn't matter if I do it over here in this pasture, if I do it there at the bottom, or if I do it all the way out there, it's still a hillside. Now, out there is a little less steep in certain areas, but I don't have that many options. So this is why I say alleyways are bad. If I were to put in an alleyway, which I have considered, I would want to go from our field up here all the way to our barn. So I'm going to be dividing the field up a little bit differently here in a couple years as soon as the crop farming's done and the hay seed gets planted and it's in good production. But I want to do things a little different. And I'm going to be building 4 big sections in here. And I was thinking about putting an alleyway in all the way to our barn so that if we ever had to get cows back, if we ever had to do some weird water thing or whatever the case was, cows would be fine. But what happens if the alleyway turns into this? This is not good. All of this dirt is going to wash down the hill. Now, I will say it's probably a good thing that the cows are in here doing this and not a tractor, because see all these little pockets? You're not going to get water just rushing down here because there's all these little pockets from cow hooves that's going to collect water. And here's a good example. Oops, over the fence. So this is a pocket of water. And then you see here we don't have water in the center. So if water starts rushing down here, it's going to have to do like a sluice box and it'll collect all the stuff. And you can see here where the cows step and don't step. And it's kind of an interesting look, to be honest. And you can also see our heavy clay down in there, which is why we hold so much water. But this is what an alleyway could look like on my farm, and that's why I say it's bad. Now, here's the caveat. I know of a gentleman in New York, also has Irish Dexters, who does have an alleyway, but he's flat. He's got flat land. So he doesn't have to worry about these issues. It also is not a true cow alleyway. It is like an old road because there's, I think, an old well or something back there that he gets into, which is why he has the alleyway. Why are we chasing Mama around? What is wrong with you all? But so there's multiple reasons why he has this alleyway, and that's why I say it's okay for him to have one, but me not to. He's flat. It's actually a driveway or a road that's very heavily compacted, so he doesn't have to worry about this. Plus, he's got farm fields that are not attached to the alleyway, so that technically he never has to use it if he gets a lot of bad rain. But like I say, if I make this an alleyway, I get a heavy rain, all my dirt is at the bottom of the hill. And it gets worse with tractor tracks, because then, and I've lived in places that have had 2-track gravel driveways, and that's exactly what happens is the water runs down them, and then you end up with big washouts. Now, you may say, well, just make it a really nice driveway. Well, then how are the cows going to graze it if I make it a really nice driveway? Well, you might say, okay, let's play devil's advocate. Then don't make it a nice driveway. Leave it a place for the cows to eat. What if I have to drive on it? If I have to drive a tractor on it, like let's say summertime, I want to get my hay bales out of the field here, so I have to drive it down to the barn, which is one thing I considered so I don't have to road the tractor at all. Well, the issue with that is that I'm going to pack it down anyways and make a long driveway anyways, so it really won't matter. So alleyways make sense in certain situations on certain farms. It does not make sense on this farm, however, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just things to consider when you're going about your farm operation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.